Welcome to Chefs in the City. I'm Ann Fisher, along with my co-hosts, Steve Stover and Rich Terapak.
Yeah.
We talk about food, how we cook, and the people who make it for us, too. So thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about the year of 2025 and the year in food news in Central Ohio.
Always a lot of food news.
Always a lot of food news, but the first 5 months kind of quiet? Is that what we've...
Yeah, I think some of the ones that we'd been expecting and hoping to open, Isla being one of them, it took a little bit longer.
Right.
There were, I think, a lot of, still a pretty good number of, within the first 6 or 8 months, of smaller shops, sandwich shops, pizza shops, fast casuals, etc. And it was unusual that it was just that kind of place. I have a theory is that some people are worried about inflation.
Yeah, that they're...
The economy,
Yeah.
And overall, I thought it was a pretty good year, but it was a little slow in coming. And I think we're going to have some more excitement next year, too. So
Yes,
there's
we
a
are.
lot to look forward to in 26.
So most of the action then happened around summertime.
June or after, yeah.
Okay, so
We had a couple. La Tavola opened a new bar. Lupo has a new chef and some other things like that. But
It's great that Tavola, which has become a real hotspot for all of Grandview and Arlington, I think, did open that. They needed that space.
well, and they stopped. They expanded with that bar
Right.
situation, which I still haven't been there, so I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
and they have
cool
tables
checking
and
it out.
booths in there, so they can also serve food.
it's not just a stand-up bar, but it's in Grandview, across from the library, and then Lupo is in Arlington on the Mallway.
Right.
So, and it's the same owner, Rick Lopez, and
Very talented young.
We have spoken with him recently, and listeners or viewers can check that out. That was a fun conversation. So, some, I don't know, sad news. I mean, Ray Ray's was on our list to talk about expanding, but now we're just found out there's a contraction.
Yes.
Right. He has done a great deal of expansion within the last year and a half, and it can be for all sorts of reasons. Maybe the market isn't there. Maybe he doesn't have enough staff. Maybe it's just the cost of keeping up the inventory. So, I'm sure he's going to be healthy and around still. But it's the same thing. Well, we mentioned Rick Lopez in the early days. He tried to do something like that, then left town for a while, came back and became successful with just a couple of spots, which is a lesson to most of these guys.
But on the brighter side, we got into June and B.J. Lieberman, who's been on one of our podcasts, and he opened Metsi's in a new Italian wood-fired restaurant in the East Lincoln, Short North area. It's in the site of his former Haraeth.
On the corner of Lincoln and Pearl.
Right. But
So
it's close
east,
to Buttles and High.
Yeah, east of High Street.
And it's an approachable Italian. You're not going to have wild stuff, but really, really good stuff, including creative riffs on some of the classics like Caesar salad, carpaccio, the amicitrana, cacio e pepe, ossobuco, tiramisu, and we've only been there 6 or 8 times.
They have a good happy hour.
Yes, they do. I went to one with you guys, and that was a lot of fun. It's a lovely venue.
That's cheery news.
It's got the upstairs venue, nice, lots of windows, and then it's got that cozy wood-fired venue.
Great for wintertime.
Warmth. Yes.
On the flip side of that, B.J. Lieberman closed in August. I'm jumping ahead.
That's okay.
His Chapman's Eat Market. It sounds like it was a lease issue, which can you?
I think he actually said that to us. And he was going to have to sign a 5-year lease.
Yes, that's right.
And any smart guy is not going to do that if he's also engaged in other things like Metsi.
Yes.
And Ginger Rabbit and all that. Yeah.
Yes, he has Ginger Rabbit, Metsi's, but we deep regret about Chapman's Eat Market because remember just 3 years ago, it was listed by the New York Times as one of the 50 best new restaurants in the country. So, but he's got He's got good stuff going. He's
And a lot of talent.
3 things and family and stuff like that. So that's good.
Right.
And then in God's country, Upper Arlington, we had something exciting. The 70-year-old Chef-o-nette, which closed in 24, reopened in June. The longtime owner, Harlan Howard, retired and sold the restaurant to the owners of the Old Bag of Nails.
Okay.
And so it's been really popular for breakfast and lunch.
Okay, what was Chef-o-nette? It's like a little
It's a diner.
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 Okay.
In Tremont
Like it
Center,
Kind of a
sounds.
coffee
Okay.
shop.
where you wouldn't exactly expect it. It's just on a corner. They even have they had a drive-up window before there were drive-up windows.
yeah.
Or it might be a walk-up window these days because it's in a parking lot. And it's got the hangover sandwich. It's a great place to take little kids. And there are a lot of seniors who hang out there drinking coffee.
And they preserved a lot of the look of the interior.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't, it's been around since the 50s. And
Okay.
I think people were fond of what it looked
I've
like.
got to check that
The
out.
Formica counters. My
Okay.
dad would go there every day before work, have a cup of coffee, and a lot of the old university guys. Fred Taylor was there, and
Okay.
it's just sort of a gathering place.
Do they even produce anymore? Do they even make Naugahyde anymore?
Yeah, but it was what Littleton's is, and we're glad that Chef-o-nette's back.
It was what Littleton's is.
Sort of a gathering place in the
Gotcha.
community.
Okay.
People come and just hang out.
Love those kind of places. There aren't enough
And
of them anymore.
that probably helps Littleton's as well. 'Cause you've got you've got a critical mass going on
Yes.
for those kinds of places, and
A
that's
lot of
helpful.
traffic
Yeah,
in that shopping center now.
yeah.
There's so much to talk about. Okay, Bar Italia, an Italian bistro from Chris Duty at Easton Town Center, opened June 30th. Have you been?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But the well,
I haven't been. I sent a spy, and Roberta went with her gourmet girls.
Yes.
and had a good lunch. So
well,
that's all I know about.
It's a modern Italian in Easton. I think it's in the old Smith and Walensky
Oh, okay.
spot on the circle.
Okay.
And Chris Duty is the son of Sue Duty, who
Of Lindy's.
opened Lindy's.
Of Lindy's.
And
It's
he
one of
and
the
his
Duty
brother
guys. Okay, yes.
were the
okay.
ones who did Brio and Bravo.
And
And
also
Piata.
Piata. Yeah.
Piata. So
Are they still involved in all of those? Or
no, they
Okay.
sold Brio Bravo.
And Piata?
Piata was only Rick's, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see why some of those folks we address at various locations. I think one of them was First Community. Guy got up and said, "Why do we have so damn many Italian restaurants?" Because they're liked.
Yeah.
and they're
People
reasonable.
love, and there. I think there's not, like different takes
Yeah.
on Italian
Yeah.
at all of them.
But he wanted more German.
German.
And the price range is very, the little mom and pop place like Bertolo and places like that are inexpensive and still real good. And then it ranges all the way through the midsection. And then Cento is sort of a high end Italian, and
Spelled
that's
CENTO.
which is 100,
Yes.
which is
his 100th
restaurant.
restaurant.
Which who would he being?
Cameron
Cameron
Mitchell.
Cameron
Mitchell,
Mitchell.
yeah.
Yes.
And speaking of Cameron Mitchell,
Yes.
he was inducted into the CIA Culinary Institute of America,
Yeah. Hall of Fame or
Hall of
something?
Fame.
Oh, okay.
For graduates.
along with Bourdain,
Oh, okay.
too. And so I think
It was the first class, so it was the first time they did it. So it's quite an honor, I think, for him.
Oh,
and it should
wow.
be. He's done great things for our community, but he's also done good things in Los Angeles and Southern Florida and New York, et cetera. So
Yeah.
well, he was the last in his class at Upper Arlington High School.
fifth from the last,
And then details.
525 in the class.
And then he's been very successful. He was actually voted most likely to succeed, I think. But then he started started a little restaurant and built this empire
Which he did gradually.
with
And that's over the last, probably 30 years.
a dozen concepts.
But he keeps his roots in Central Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Firmly
Yeah.
in Central Ohio.
And you catch him not so much at his restaurants, but everybody else's restaurant, which is
Yeah, we
terrific.
see him dining out.
He has said to us before, he likes to get out and about. He wants everybody to succeed. There's no reason why in a growing city.
And he's very gracious to help others. The Jeff XL and his wife opened Fox in the Snow, and they had one little store. And wouldn't you know, Cameron and Jenny called them and asked if there was anything they could do. And they still talk to each other.
Jenny?
Ice cream
Britton.
Jenny.
Oh, okay, Jenny Britton.
Now in New York
Jenny
for
Britton,
some
yeah.
Cameron Mitchell.
Yeah, she's
helping a young couple from New York who are opening their first restaurant.
Do we-
And they're now up to 6.
Yeah.
6 Fox in the Snow.
And be careful.
Yeah.
That's probably enough for now.
I get there must be some kind of equation that explains the expansion process and what works and what doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We've seen it over the years. Hubert Seifert in, what was it, Umbria? What was the name of his several restaurants? This is 20 years ago. And he had a real successful one on Grandview Avenue.
Spaggio.
Spaggio for years. Yeah.
Started out as gourmet market.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he
Spaggio.
created a couple other places and got into some catering, and it just became too much. And he ended up with Spaggio, which is fine. Did a good job of it, and everybody loved it while he was at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Well, it's hard to expand, but it's interesting that your favorite ice cream place, Johnson's, was one store for 60 years.
Yeah.
And now they're expanding, and I think they just opened their 6th outlet, and they have them in Dublin and Grandview and Bexley and things like that. So
And we're
an ice cream
blessed,
town.
with ice cream.
We got the ice cream in this town, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The Hunan Lion finally reopened.
It's opened. Yeah.
In time for the holidays this year.
But it took at 1 3/4 years to do that.
it was actually over 2 years. Yeah.
Was it really? Wow.
And I was just there for lunch today.
Okay,
and,
good. Tell us.
We had our Romeo group, retired old men eating out,
Okay.
known to the wives as really old men eating out. And we had 16 guys there, and the food. First of all, it looks just the same.
Okay.
It's been cleaned up. They had a kitchen fire that didn't affect the rest of it, but they were closed for 2 years, and you can't believe the crowds now.
Oh,
we were
good.
there last week as well, and the place was completely full, and the parking lot was completely full.
Wow.
Now, someone told me who had attended with you last week that they used to have a lunch menu,
Yes.
and they don't any longer.
They don't. It's the same price, lunch or dinner. Oh. And the prices have gone
So you
up.
might as well go for dinner.
Well, that's kind of traditional in Chinese restaurants that they have that, and
Oh, is it?
the luncheon size and stuff. But maybe they're just changing out. It's because of the
And the
cost.
prices have gone up, but the food was really good. And,
It's probably the best Chinese in town.
I think it is now. And we did a lot of searching when they were closed and found some interesting new places, including Fiery Sky, which opened last year in Bethel Center.
Okay.
It's the woman, I
Surprise,
think
surprise.
it's the woman who had that Zia, the Western Chinese place on Kenny Road, and she sold it, and then she opened Fiery Sky, and it's very good. It's a little spicy, and not all the menu, but the whole idea, Fiery Sky.
Right. Yeah.
And Western Chinese, and that means spicy.
Okay. We also Fox in the Snow, Losanti.
Yeah.
I've never. They're going to open up a second. They're from Cincinnati.
It's a Cincinnati steakhouse.
Okay.
And they're not open yet.
Franklinton.
Yeah, one of the ones that closed during that period was Nada. Down
Yes.
by and
Yeah,
it's
was
too
just-
bad. I really
Cincinnati
It was a
Yeah.
nice place to stop by on the way to a game.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, good bar. And
Yeah.
nice meeting room. Had a lot of things
really
going
nice
for it.
margarita there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I remember.
A couple other things we've missed. On July 8th, the Boathouse at Confluence Park,
Yeah.
which is where a lot of things are happening, reopened. And
Which is, and it's a great location. For one thing, it has
Free
one of the-
parking.
Yeah, free parking.
And the
It's-
best-
It's nearly downtown, and it has a good big parking lot.
But
and
is it a great location? Why
the
it's-
views are spectacular.
I love Confluence. I mean,
Yeah.
no complaint from me, but is it a good location? There's no drive-by with that location. Nobody's going to drive by and go, hey,
No, you're right.
let's remember to check that out sometime.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
out of sight,
that's
out of
true.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird how Columbus didn't develop the riverfront very well. So it sort of just stuck there.
Yeah, right. Well, if you want to ride your bike,
Yeah.
you go right by there.
It must be a destination place.
Right.
Although over the years they've had a lot of events.
Columbus Metropolitan Club was there for many
Metropolitan
years.
was there for years. And
because it can hold in that one large room about 300 people.
No, the
a lot of
view
weddings,
is
wedding
fantastic.
receptions
It's a
and things
great
like that.
venue for special events.
Well, they're open for happy hour now, so go try
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
okay.
we're going.
yeah.
Okay.
There aren't any hours so far that we've missed. And sometimes we go
Did you
back.
say happy hour?
Hello.
Well, we got to get home for Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
A little bit to eat, a little bit to drink, and home in time for Jeopardy. But another one that I thought of is Bridges and Brewing. It's a brew pub, one of those, and it opened in Shawnee Hills in the middle of the year. And although it's not open for lunch yet, I've gotten pretty good reviews about the food.
For the listeners who are not from the Northwest, describe where Shawnee Hills is.
Shawnee
It is
Hills
tucked away
is
there,
Yes.
isn't it?
northwest of the zoo. How's that? Mm-hmm. North of Dublin, off of on the west side of the river.
I was going to say on the
And
west
it's-
side of the river. Yeah.
And its claim to fame is that it's a speed trap.
So be careful if you're drinking there. Don't speed away.
Right, exactly.
What happened to Watershed?
Watershed.
I don't know. They closed their restaurant.
Oh, yes.
It was a great restaurant.
That's right.
Very popular.
I was thinking Wolf's Ridge, but Watershed.
And I don't.
And that's another one. You don't drive by it easily.
Yes.
Watershed, yes.
You're
It's
tucked
in
in the
that kind
corner.
of
Tucked-
industrial
And,
sort of.
That's what
and
made me
it's
think
right
about it.
beside where they make the formerly the North Country Charcuterie, now known as Forrest. It's a custom charcuterie place, and they sell at grocery stores like Littleton's, and they're at a lot of
Wildlands,
farmers
yeah.
markets.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, back to Watershed, though, it is not
Visible.
like you don't drive by it. However, it's located in a place where there are tons of people living now.
Right.
I mean, Grandview's
Right by
really
Grandview
built
Yard,
up-
too.
Right by Grandview Yard.
A lot
So-
of low income, no kids.
But who
like to
knows?
go
You know,
out.
they
Yeah.
didn't give a lot of explanation from.
No, they gave no explanation.
Yeah.
But their booze business is still operative.
Yeah.
So they
going
still
well.
have a bar.
They just closed it. I don't know
No.
if they sold it.
Okay, right. The whole thing's shut.
yeah.
Okay, but they're making the spirits.
Yes, including Nocino, which is a black walnut liqueur that one of our food buddies, taught them how to make, and now they're selling it.
And we all make it. So if you get some for Christmas, it's
Oh,
homemade.
really? Okay, good to know.
I hadn't done that yet.
It was not a good day when Milestone 229 shut down because having an empty a beautiful venue like that downtown, right on the river,
Yeah, talk about view.
gorgeous
Yeah.
view. It's it's not good. They were there for 14 or 15
Yes.
years though,
Yeah.
so kudos to them for that.
Yeah.
That's nothing shabby about that.
I think it was a
And-
lease issue as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although, and that yet could be.
From the city of Columbus.
But the next step in the history is that Downtown Columbus Incorporated reached out to a bunch of chefs, and they made proposals. And Josh Dalton, who owns Veritas
And Speck.
And the corner of J&I.
yeah, has a wine store there. He was selected among all the other chefs to develop this. Other good news, it is and maybe has been a DORA, a designated outdoor recreation space, which means that you can have a drink outside and walk around. So it was just announced, and
Don't go walking in the fountain. That isn't.
he describes it as it's going to be a Mediterranean concept, but the entire Mediterranean, which goes
So it's not just
from
Italian.
Spanish tapas to Middle Eastern kinds of foods.
Right.
And so it's not going to open until well into next year, but it is a great setting. It's one of the most beautiful settings right on the river.
Yeah.
Which you hope they'll get it open before the arts festival in June, that kind of a thing. It hopefully can.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It was closed. It closed at the end of 24, and so they took them till December to announce the happening. So.
Yeah. Well, like upcoming program, we're going to be talking to Josh, so we can drill down into that a little bit more about what's going on with that. But it is part of a.
But as part of the year in review, Josh Dalton, who owns Veritas, which is at least for many the number one restaurant in Columbus, and Speck Italian Eatery, both at the corner of Gay and High, and above Veritas is Citizens Trust.
Prettiest bar in the world.
It's gorgeous.
I think it's the prettiest bar, at least in the Midwest. Yeah. So he does all this, but then it was also announced that he was opening a new Mexican concept, Rosalita or Rosalitas, Mexican in Gay and High, but it was in
Same
the
area.
old what was the name of the, no.
It begins with an M.
Yes. Anyway.
Madison's.
The old Madison's clothing store?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then when it was announced he was doing this 229, he closed his Rosebud, which was his sort of favorite, maybe
Delaware.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
and
to
his
talking to him about that.
That was his first restaurant, was
Well, then there's
1808
1808, yeah.
American Bistro.
Yeah.
So stay tuned because there'll be more about Josh Dalton in the future.
There will be a lot more about Josh Dalton. Now, I'm pretty excited that Wolf's Ridge folks, those great folks, that do Understory, Wolf's Ridge, all of it, are moving into the old Worthington Inn.
They're taking over the Worthington
It's
Inn.
back, and I hope they didn't do much to the dining room while it was closed because it looked like the Worthington Inn with its
it looks
courier and
like
knives.
they want to keep the same sort of general vibe.
What is it? 19th century inn.
Yeah. It's the oldest. It was the oldest restaurant in Ohio, I think, because Worthington
It was
is
like
Golden
1830 or something like that.
Yeah. Continuously running or something like that.
And the Shao family owned it, and there were various people who came in and did the food. What excites me the most is that
The bar?
I like the bar.
There's going to be a bar. They're going to reopen
bar
the
is
bar
all woody and everything.
downstairs.
Beautiful bar.
Yeah.
But they did such a nice job in developing their understory, which was in an old school building, and being respectful of the history of the building. I think that's the kind of person you want to who has a true proven record of being respectful of history to take over this wonderful location right in the heart of downtown Worthington.
It will be well received by all, but particularly by the Worthingtonians.
Yeah, the Worthingtonians are really looking for that to get filled back up again. So that's very
And the Worthington Farm Market's there, and so it's a real treasure, and I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
We need
very good.
Bob
news.
Salzer would be a good guest for us.
That's right.
In the area.
I'd love
He's
to
a
have
guy,
them. Yeah.
Father and son kind of a deal. And,
Get them back. Yeah.
and we've gotten to know them because Mary took them on a tour of Understory.
Okay.
Because she worked in the
she
building
worked in the
before.
building. Yeah.
Understory is located, for those of you who are listening and don't know about it, it's located on North Neal Avenue.
At Hudson.
Right on the river by the bike path.
Again, beautiful setting.
Yeah.
Particularly
Gorgeous.
The patio is terrific. Who else is in there? Emmett's, is that who it is?
The breakfast place, yeah. So,
What else before we close out our little round robin?
That's enough.
I think we had a good year in 2025, and I think 2026 is shaping up great because we have this. We've talked about the 229. We've talked about the Worthington Inn. and a lot of other things that are coming along next year. And so stay tuned.
And all our good chefs are sticking it out and helping. And the good thing, one of the great things about the better chefs in town, and there are a number of them, is they work together.
Yes,
and,
that's a theme that repeats itself over.
And they're
Cameron Mitchell
they're
hired
here.
new people. The 10 hands dinner that they did at
Fire
with 5 of Columbus's top chefs working together, not only doing their own dish, but helping each other plate to take out to a pretty good crowd, maybe over 100 people. So.
Talking about
tuned.
Worthington, Avishar's got his place.
Avishar,
Avishar Baru.
Yeah, Avishar Barua, and they're open more hours now. They're expanding, and it's just as
Are
delicious.
they doing dinner?
They have done dinners,
And they do dinners, yes.
Yes, they do dinners.
Pop-up
But
dinners.
I think, well, we probably shouldn't. Check your listings, folks, for that.
Check your local listings.
Check your local listings. For me, it's usually lunch, but it's just great to have them there.
Yeah.
And Worthington needs the Worthington Inn, though. That's for sure. That was a.
And all the excitement about downtown. I think Jeff Edwards has to be
we
called
haven't
out.
even mentioned his name yet. Yeah,
He's not a chef, but he knows a lot about chefs.
he likes to eat. I think
He likes to eat,
and he
and
gets what it brings to a downtown to have that kind of a district.
Right,
And he's been the major mover and shaker of revitalizing Columbus's downtown and making Gay and High the culinary center of the city.
Yeah.
And stay tuned, because Rosalita and other restaurants, plus, aren't they going to make that a pedestrian zone?
Yeah, that
Right.
first
Gay.
the east block of east of High Street on Gay Street is going to
Between High and Third.
Third,
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to be essentially less traffic, more sidewalk.
Well, I'll miss the parking, but
Yeah. He'll build a garage.
I can still walk. So
There
I'm
is a
lucky.
garage.
One of
Yeah,
the
there
lucky
is.
ones.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, that's kind of the end of the year roundup for now, and we'll be talking with a lot of these folks. Have talked to them. Check out the listings in the podcast, and we'll be talking to some of them coming up. So,
And to both of you, we're celebrating a year of doing this.
yeah,
This is
almost. Yeah,
first year
it'll
of
be
our
in January.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's been fun. It will be fun.
Well, so for now, I guess we're done, and I want to thank my co-hosts, Steve Stover and Rich Terapak, as always. For make sure you check out their cooking classes at Franklin Park Conservatory.
Yes, please do. I think we've gotten the
We'll
message
be
this
back
morning.
in March.
In
In
March.
March,
Yeah.
okay. But they fill up fast, so
They do.
don't be shy. And remember, a great meal is always best shared, so share this with someone today. Find us wherever you get your podcasts, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ann Fisher. Take care.
Boxland Media. Think big.